These are the best autofocus settings for video recording. I shoot on a Sony FX3, but these principles should apply pretty much across every camera system. So I'm going to open my menu. We're going to go to our autofocus settings, autofocus/manual focus. Then we're going to be mainly concerned with the bottom 3 settings. So the first one is transition speed. This is how quickly your autofocus will change from subject to subject. So we're going to go to the slowest first, and I'm going to start recording. So right now it's focused on this head. We're going to focus on the background and watch how smooth that transition is. We'll go back to the head. Great. Now we're going to switch it. We're going to go to the fastest. Go to the background, go to the foreground, go to the background, go to the foreground. What I found is I absolutely love this on 2. I think 1's a little too slow. I think 7 is way too fast. The second one is autofocus subject shift sensitivity. This one I can't really demonstrate, but it's very, very simple. This is how often the camera decides to switch subjects. I prefer this to be locked on, and I would much rather have my camera stay locked onto a subject than it would if somebody walked in the background and for it to be like, oh, gotta go to them. It is much better to have your autofocus stay on one point, and it also prevents hunting. It stops your autofocus from constantly engaging and disengaging. It will keep it much more accurate and keep your shots much more consistent. The last setting in this list is autofocus assist. I always leave this on. Autofocus assist basically helps your camera understand what you're trying to keep in focus. So let's say it's trying to keep the back of this little helmet in focus right here, but you want to get the eyes. So you can use your focus ring to help spin it and get the eyes in focus, and then it will try to keep that plane in focus as opposed to what it decided. It doesn't always work super well, but it's worth turning on because sometimes it really does help in a pinch. One more setting I want to talk about is focus area. It depends on what I'm doing, but I will either have this wide or I'll have this in center fix. So center fix means only what's in this white box is going to stay in focus. And wide is going to allow the camera to basically pick whatever it thinks in the frame should be in focus. I will switch between the two depending on what I'm doing. If I'm shooting rollers, I will almost always leave this in center fix because I usually have the car in the center of the frame. That's how that works. Those are the settings I use. I hope this helps. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.